Hey, what's happening, friends? Do you recognize this guy right here? So this is the Milwaukee M12 Inspector Flex camera with the pivot view. And the pivot view is this little knob right here. You can see it will rotate the end right here 180 degrees. So watch this. Let me move out of the way. See, that will rotate that. So this has a long cable on it. And if you want to do an inspection, like in a building or behind a wall, something like that, this is going to be a great solution for you. What I'm going to do in today's video, I'm going to show you how I use this right here to scope out a bird nest in the side of a commercial building. So we're going to make sure before we go in there and do the work that we don't have any birds in there or any eggs that are in a nest. So that way we can properly make a repair. So if you want to see all my best tips and tricks for dealing with a bird nest in the side of your house or in a commercial building, stay tuned and watch the rest of this video. So let's get started. Okay, so here is the building that has a woodpecker hole. It's right near the top of that ladder, which is about 30 feet up. So I believe a woodpecker has worked the hole in and then another bird has moved in after that. So this type of wall system is called EIFS or EIFS. It's a stucco foam, and the birds in the last few years just seem to move in and like pecking holes in it. So I've been doing some other repairs, but today I have a new method I'm going to show you. So you're probably wondering why I'm slapping the side of the building. Well, an interesting story. I was talking to a guy that was installing an air conditioning unit at my house about a month ago, and he says he has that same type of stucco siding, and he was up on a ladder just like me. So he decided to slap it, and he said, lo and behold, a flying squirrel came out, landed on him, and then I think jumped and took off from there. But it just freaked him out. He said he's just glad he had a good hold of the ladder when that happened. So that's just something that I think trying to scare whatever is out of there and just be prepared to hold on tight is the best advice I can give you at this point. So I have a couple cameras with me. First, I'm using the GoPro just to see what's in the hole in the building. And then I'm also going to switch over to the Milwaukee Inspection Camera. Okay, so now I am using the Milwaukee Inspection Camera for the first time on an actual project. I did test it around just on the workbench, but now I am putting it in the hole and then seeing what's in that bird nest. I have no idea if there's a hole that continues to go through the building so the birds could fly inside, or maybe it's just a small nest, or maybe it goes a long ways in there. I'm not sure. So that's what I'm hoping this inspection camera right here will show me what's going on. Okay, now it's time to see what's inside. So right away the hole kind of goes straight downward about 6 inches, and then it takes a 90-degree turn to the right. So it takes a little bit of finagling with me just learning how to use this inspection camera, but all I can really see is feathers and twigs. So it's kind of a tight space in there. So maneuvering this camera requires 2 hands. So to be safe on the ladder, I am leaning way forward and keeping my left hand right near the rung in case I need to grab it. So now that I've taken a look inside the nest here, I haven't seen anything, nothing alive. So we're going to pull the camera out. You can just see my son sore on the ground there holding the ladder. Now we're going to start patching. There's a few different ways that you could go ahead and fill the holes in so you can put a stucco finish on it. In the past, I've used expanding foam, but sometimes after it cures, it continues to expand and it can even drip on down below on the stucco siding. So I'm this time choosing to put some steel wool. I have like 3 or 4 pieces, and I figure if the birds peck their way and they get to the steel wool, that will probably deter them from going any further. I think they're going to give up if they find that metal right there. So I'm just putting one more piece in here to give it a little bit of a rigid backing. Just gently stuffing it in there so I don't make the hole any worse there. Yeah, it looks solid enough. And then I preferred to use a heavier duty screen, but all I had at the moment was a window screen. So I cut it just a little bit bigger than the hole. This is a screen right here you can get at Home Depot. It's in the roofing section. That's heavier duty. That's what I would have used. But just to keep this project moving, I use a window screen. And then right now I have this mortar mix. It's pre-mixed. You can get it in the paint department at Home Depot. It's just down a little bit from the spray cans, at least in my store. And you just spread it on. It's almost like drywall mud. If you're putting that on to a mesh backing or a paper backing, you just kind of spread it on there and just try to get it thick enough so then you can put a little stipple finish on it when you're done. So I just want it thick enough so it'll keep the birds from working a hole in there right away again. And then I'm using a paper towel to stipple it to just try to give it some texture that will hopefully match the other part of the siding. All right, I'd say it looks pretty good. What do you think? Now I just need to paint it. So over the years, I've had several discussions about this bird situation and read a lot of things online. So one thing I've heard someone say is to get an owl, like a fake owl, but you have to get the one that has the rotating or moving head on it. They said that's effective. I didn't try that, but I also heard people say, yeah, that doesn't work at all. I've heard of like throwing some rubber snakes. I don't know if I put it on the roof, if that would help. I've heard some people say to get a CD, a music CD, and put like fishing line on it so it spins, and that twirling brightness, that reflection could scare away birds. I don't know. And then a few years back, a friend was mentioning that her house has wood on the sides. It's a brick front exterior, but the one side, the woodpeckers would come in and it would just start putting a bunch of holes in there, and they couldn't figure out, they tried everything. They talked to the neighbors. They finally decided to upgrade to the James Hardy fiber cement board. So that was like the only thing they could think of to do. It was an expense, but it was something they wanted to invest in their house and not to worry about those birds. So that was their solution. All right, so another thing I want to mention, if you're looking at this video wondering about this Flex inspection camera right here, this video definitely didn't do it justice because I put this right here right into a bird nest. So what I plan on doing is making a comprehensive review on this right here. So if you want to see it, please, it'll probably be out in about a week or two. So please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when that video is out. And if you have any questions about this, let me know down below. I'll be happy to answer. So far, I'm finding this to be very easy to learn. It looked a little bit complicated at first, but it's not. It's very simple. So right now, we're gonna put this to a quick test just so you can see what a wall inspection looks like without a bird nest in there. So let's go check that out real quick. Last fall, I had a huge nest right here, a bunch of yellow jackets. But then on this side of the stud, I'm gonna assume there aren't any yellow jackets in there, but I never really checked. I didn't hear anything. There could be insulation, I really don't know. So what we're gonna do is, I have a 3/4 inch spade bit right here. We're going to drill a hole. Oops, I'm on the stud. Let me go, shoot, let me go over. All right, so we're gonna go in that hole right there and see if there's any yellow jackets. We're gonna see if there's insulation or what's going on. Okay, so now as we're going in, we're gonna angle the camera upward. And sometimes it's kind of a sideways view. So as you can see, we're clear, there's nothing in there. There's no yellow jackets, just a nail sticking out, a cobweb. Now here I actually have the camera twisted so the camera head is turning down and you can see the cable that it's attached to and some debris falling. So looks like we're safe, so we can take the camera out now. So I hope this video has been helpful for you if you're dealing with some type of bird nest situation. If there's something that you know of that I didn't mention that we could help each other out, please put it down below in the comment section. I'd like to see what other things work. So if you enjoy this video, you find it interesting, helpful, and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.